Hi everyone, Tori here with my day 2 in my December daily. Every day during the month of December, I'm posting a new video, and if you haven't checked out the other ones, make sure you go check them out too. And today I have a pretty simple page, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I have these two photos from just outside of my house. So what happened was on December 2nd, I was sick. So I stayed home from work and I was just feeling crummy and having a bad day and just feeling frustrated when all of a sudden I looked out the window and it was snowing and I was so excited. I was like, yay, snow! So I quickly got up, well, as quick as you can when you're not feeling great, and took a photo out the window of the street. And then later, when I was walking the dog, I took a photo of some of the snow on one of the branches. So I'm going to use those two photos on this spread. And I also have the number 2 that came in the Felicity Jane Hello Christmas kit. And those are the numbers that I'm using for this year. Yesterday I forgot to add it, but I did go back and add it later. So when you see a flip through later, you'll probably see the number 1. And I decided to put the number 2 in that empty square and to use some vellum. So I just grabbed some old vellum with a fun, like straight line, crooked line image, I don't know what to call it, on it. And to grab that and stick that in the album for the second. And I just threw that on there, and I pulled out this paper from the Snow and Cocoa kit that had Burr, It's Cold, and I thought that that would be so cute, but I just could not figure out how to use it, so I'm going to play around with that for a while, and then I end up doing something, so I guess you'll see me use it eventually. So I wanted to add some stamping on this layout and really trying to be intentional to use my stamps more often. So one of the stamps that came on one of the Felicity Jane stamp sets said sweater weather, and it was straight. So what I did was I just trimmed it in half, and then I put sweater on top of the 2 and weather on the bottom of the 2, and kind of just curved it around the number there, and I really love the way that that looks. The great thing about those like clear polymer stamps is that you can kind of just like curve them to where you want them to be, so it worked out really well. So now I'm just trying to figure out what to back behind or to mat that 4x6 photo with, and I decided to go with this really pretty like pink ombre kind of snowy effect looking paper. So I print off all my photos using my Canon Selfie, and it doesn't print a true 4x6 or a true 3x4, which I know drives some people crazy, but I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me at all. I just kind of mat my photos, and I think it looks pretty. So I just trimmed off a little excess of the photo, and then I'm just going to mat it on top of that pink ombre paper, and it truly looks like pink snowflakes. It's so pretty. And I love that. I'm just going to put that on the bottom. And then I thought it would be fun to add some journaling right on the photo because I wanted to add journaling somewhere, but obviously there's nowhere really to put it. So journaling right along the street there was like the perfect place to do it. It's kind of like how Kelly Perky journals around photos, around coffee plates and coffee cups and stuff. I was like, let's do this on the street. I thought it looked good. And then I stuck that there. And I just stuck it out to the side so that the Sharpie would have time to like dry before I smudged it because I was pretty sure I was going to smudge it. And then I also needed to mat the photo of the branch with snow on it. So I just grabbed some pink paper and matted that. And then I thought it would be a good idea to add the date on the bottom of that vellum piece, but I hate it. Like, it looks so bad. I thought I'd stamp it like 3 times, and nope, don't like it at all. So then I'm like, finally, I figured out a way that I could use this Burr It's Cold paper. I'm going to make it happen. So what I decided to do was to fussy cut around the phrase, oh, it's so cold, or oh, it's cold. And what does it say? Oh, so cold. Oh, so cold. And I just cut it out of that paper, and then I'm going to fussy cut around it. I end up having to cut off the O, or it's just because it didn't really fit. And I'm going to try to cover up that date that I had stamped on the bottom You know, I'm a big believer that anything can be fixed. You do something you don't like, just cover it up. So that's what I'm doing here, just with a, oh, it's cold. And then I thought about maybe using another word like burr. I really thought it would be cute to have it on here somewhere, but I end up not using it just because I can't find a place where it like looks good. So I just take off the burr. I don't end up using that. I just use the oh so cold that I had fussy cut and just covering up that stamping that I had done at the bottom. And I thought about adding the burr at the top, but I don't end up doing that. I just leave it as it is. And then I'm just going to finish this off with a couple of embellishments. I just wanted to see if there was anything that I wanted to use that I thought would look cute. I did want to add the dates somewhere, so I ended up just grabbing a little label and stamping the date on there, and then I'm going to stick that onto the photo with the branch. And I think that that's a good alternative to stamping on the vellum, since the vellum didn't look pretty. Yeah, I like the way it worked out. And then I felt like it just needed a little bit more embellishing. I've been trying to keep my embellishments simple and not too bulky, but I want to add something just because it didn't feel complete. So I grabbed these two stars. One's a sequin and one is a acetate piece. And I just layer those off to the side of that label, and I use my tiny attacher just to staple them on. And I never thought about doing this to sequins and acetates, but I think I've seen Teresa from Larkin Design do that, and it just looks so pretty when you staple sequins. I don't know what it is, I just love the effect. So I'm happy with that. I just trimmed off that last card. Just gonna hold it up so you guys can check it out, and I'm done. Make sure you check back tomorrow for another December daily video. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!